Hey guys, and welcome to the Disney Photography Blog YouTube channel. I am Cory Disbrow of DisneyPhotographyBlog.com, and I'm heading on a trip to Walt Disney World soon, so I thought I'd put together a little video showing you guys some of the gear that I bring and how I prepare myself for a Disney photo trip. Okay, first is the camera body. I shoot with the Canon EOS 5D Mark II, so full frame body. Hopefully they'll be coming out with the Mark III pretty soon. I can pick that up. I shoot with a battery grip attached. So it holds 2 batteries for a long day of shooting, and it also has a vertical shutter and vertical controls, which make things really nice when I'm shooting in portrait mode or in landscape mode. The other camera that I shoot with is the one I'm recording this video with. It's the Canon EOS Rebel T2i. It's a great backup camera, entry level, nice and light, and when I want to go dual cameras and get more shots in, it's perfect for that. Next, I'll go through the lenses I use. The one I'm recording this video with is the Canon 17 to 40 millimeter L lens. Since I shoot primarily full frame, that is my ultra wide. It's great for landscapes, but it's also great for all kinds of stuff. Very, very good general purpose lens. You can get up close with it. You can be far away. Everything works. The next lens I use is the Canon EF 50 millimeter f1.4. It's a really great lightweight lens, very versatile, super fast aperture, which is great for the Disney dark rides. I'm a real fan. This is my second copy of this lens. I've gone through a bunch of 50s and I came back to this one. The second lens that I shoot with, or third lens I should say, is the Sigma 85 millimeter f1.4 EXDG. This is one of my favorites. It's an amazing portrait lens. The 1.4 aperture leads to some of the best, blurred out backgrounds I can produce. It's a real stunner. I mean, look at all the glass on the front of it. It's unbelievable. It's a little bit more, centralized. It's not quite as versatile as using the 50 or the 17 to 40, but I still get by with it, and I really like it. And some of my favorite shots have come with this lens. So I shot at Disneyland. Every single dark ride I shot was with this lens, and it was a really great performer. So after that, I have the Canon EF 135 millimeter f2L prime. This one is it's another one just like the 85. Has a little bit more of a centralized focus. It's more of a little bit longer reach portrait lens, but f2 at 135 with the quality of this lens, stunning, sharp, blazing fast focus. I've gone, circles through World Showcase, just this lens attached. Nothing but beauty and brilliant shots that come out of this lens. And finally, a new lens that I just acquired that I'm taking down on this trip for the first time is the Canon EF 70 to 300 f4 to f5.6L super telephoto. It's a big lens. It's a little heavy, but it's got Canon's brand new image stabilization system. From testing it out at home, it's been really, really great, and I'm really, really excited to put it to use to capture some of the details of Walt Disney World, and definitely to use it at Animal Kingdom with all the great wildlife. So that's lenses. Okay, so tripod is next. These are the legs that I use. It's the Manfrotto O55X PROB. It's a little bit heavy, and it's a little bit big, but if you're going on a serious photo trip, I would definitely bring this. I have a second tripod that I'm using to shoot this video with. It's the Velbon Ultra Luxy L. That one is really great. It folds down really, really small, and it's nice and lightweight, fits right in a backpack. No problems with Disney security there or anything, which something as big as this guy that I'm holding right here, you might draw some attention to yourself. When it comes to the ball head that I'm using, I use this. This is the Manfrotto 322 RC2. It's a pistol grip ball head. It moves around like so. It's very, very firm, very, very solid. Supports a whole lot of weight. And it's really versatile, and I really like it a lot. So that is tripod and ball head. Okay, moving on to accessories. This is my flash. It's the Canon Speedlight 430 EX2. It's a great little flash. I use it for some fill light situations outdoors, and I use it inside to bounce some light off the walls and kind of create my own lighting, which is very nice. I carry some filters in the parks. This is a neutral density, or ND for short. I have two of these, a 0.6 and a 0.9. I use them primarily for fireworks to get a whole lot of nice color out of all the bursts and to be able to take longer exposures to get more fireworks in one shot. But I do also use them during the daytime. You know, anytime there are scenes with some flowing water, you can use these to really create a nice, you know, flow of the water in the shot, you know, get a nice long exposure out of it. I also bring into the parks with me a polarizing filter, which probably from where you're watching looks just like the ND, but it does a totally different purpose. I use it when the skies tend to not agree with me. I can add a little bit more blue before I bring the shot into Photoshop, you know, just a little bit to do in camera. And that's it for filters. I always bring lots of these guys, memory cards. They are key. I usually bring about 5 of these on a trip, just in case I lose one, or, you know, one decides to die on me. You never know, you know, when you will need another one. I have 5 for my full frame camera, which are compact flash cards, and I have 2 larger SD cards, which I use on my crop sensor camera. I always bring with me a lens pen. This is a very neat little tool. We use it to, you know, to clean off the glass, and it's also got some stuff on this side to really make the lenses nice and clean. I always use this before and after any trip, and then if I ever have any issues in the parks where a fingerprint smudge gets on the lens, I can use this to get rid of it real fast. Battery chargers, absolutely key. If you leave one of these at home, you have to be very liberal with your shooting. So I always bring my battery charger with me, and I always charge my batteries after every single day of shooting, because I never want to take the risk of not having battery life when, you know, that perfect shot comes along. I have one for each of my cameras. This is a remote shutter switch. Definitely need this for fireworks, because it, you know, keeps you from touching the camera, which is exactly what its job is. You just push it down. You can hold the camera as long as you want in bulb mode. It's really, really great. So that's a remote switch. I also have this little guy. This is a level, believe it or not. It goes right into the hot shoe of the camera, and it tells me when my shot is level and along the horizon. A lot of newer cameras have one of these built in, but my camera does not, so I carry this along with me. Just pop it right in the hot shoe, and I'm good to go. And I also bring one of these, an LED flashlight, with me into the parks. At night, when I'm shooting, sometimes it gets very dark, and it's hard to see what you're doing on the camera, or if you're trying to find something in your bag. You know, this is something I got for $2 and change at Home Depot, and it has helped me out tremendously. So that is it for accessories. And last but not least, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, Cory's got all this stuff. What does he keep it in? This is my backpack. It is the Loud Pro Flipside 300. It's really great. It has a whole ton of storage. I have plenty of room for both my camera bodies, all my lenses, filters, remote switches, everything goes in here. Inside this little pocket, I can fit memory cards. I have room for pens, my lens pen. On the other side, it's got a really nice place for me to put a water bottle. I bring a canteen into the parks to save myself some money. That fits perfectly in there. And on the other side, there is this nice little boot that my tripod fits right into, and a little buckle that keeps it secure. This bag is really great. It comes in, I believe, less than $100. So it's a really, really, really great deal for something that is so valuable. It never leaves me when I'm in the parks, and it holds everything just like I need it to. So that is a little insight into some of my gear and how I get it from where I live to Walt Disney World. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a comment or like it. You can follow us on Twitter at DISPhotoblog, or you can check out the site, which is DisneyPhotographyBlog.com. That said, I am Cory Disbrow. See you next time.